The evolution of coffee has been with volcanoes. If we didn't have volcanoes, I don't think we would have coffee.
And what makes Kahu Coffee Mill so unique here on the Big Island is its proximity to one of the world's most active volcanoes, Kilauea.
We're approximately 30 miles from the volcano summit up there of Kilauea. So that's why we see increased SO2 levels down here and ash on just about everything.
So are you worried that ash coming in this direction and landing itself on the leaves is going to impact the final product?
In the long term, this ash is going to be beneficial. These trees are grown in ash-based soil. That definitely has a lot to do with how our coffee tastes. So this ash is a complete benefit to any agricultural activities that happen down here.
It's an ingredient to the process.
It is an ingredient to the process, definitely.
Volcanic ash may be the secret to great tasting coffee, but right now it's costing businesses a ton of money.
So in tourism is a huge part of what you do here on the mill, correct?
We probably generate half of our revenue by visitors coming in and visiting Kahu Coffee Mill. Pre-eruption, our numbers were 200 plus folks every single day. Over the weekend, the counts were in the 60s. Sunday was about 49 people.
Lou isn't giving up the fight just yet. As the mill's manager, he says it's important to keep morale up during these uncertain times.
It's definitely an elevated level of anxiety at this point in time. The last time this happened was in 1924, and so really this is unprecedented in recent memory. This is a new frontier. No one knows what's going to happen.
Another farmer and small business owner taking it day by day is Stephen Yund. So we visited his breakfast restaurant and small farm to see how things are holding up.
I was just served an exotic fruit plate here at Pele's Kitchen on the Big Island. All of these different fruits have come from the chef's small farm, which is in the Lani Estates. And the chef says that some of these crops may be affected by volcanic ash.
Unlike Kahu Coffee Mill, Stephen's 3-acre farm is just blocks away from the eruption. And while we were there, it became nearly impossible to ignore the higher sulfur dioxide levels, as well as the abundance of volcanic debris covering his property.
This is a typical pond here in Hawaii. The volcanic rocks come and land in this pond. They all float, and it seems okay at the beginning, but then you start to notice the color of the water is changing, and the chemical nature of them is causing an imbalance, and we're finding dead fish now.
But it's not only volcanic debris that's to blame. Acid rain is causing some harm too.
When the acid rain comes and it affects the flowers, it's making less for the bees to harvest. They're running around through this whole farm looking for flowering plants, collecting the honey and bringing it back to their factory where they're making us our honey.
And you sell honey at your restaurant, so
Exactly.
that this is impacting business.
Exactly, it will affect business, and we might not be able to supply everybody with our own honey, which is how we've been doing it for years.
So with that said, are you worried about the future of your business within the next few months, within the next year?
No worries, because this is Hawaii, there are no worries. It's just another page in a constantly occurring phenomenon that this section of the island has.